We are a group of Kenyan youth economists, and today we are presenting to you a position paper we have been working on: Fixing the Nation, One Food Basket at a Time. As young people studying economics, we are constantly taught about inflation, GDP growth, unemployment, and fiscal policy. But sometimes the biggest economic problems are not hidden in complicated graphs, they are right in our kitchens, markets, and restaurants. And today we want to talk about one of them: food waste. Let us start with a simple but powerful fact. In Kenya, nearly 40% of food produced never reaches a plate. That translates to approximately 72 billion shillings lost every year. 72 billion. As economists, we see that number immediately think, what could that money do? It could support farmers, it could strengthen food security programs, it could reduce household pressure caused by rising food prices. But instead, it ends up in bins. Now, here's the painful irony: Kenya has a food poverty rate of 31.7%. That means over 16 million Kenyans cannot afford enough nutritious food to live a healthy life. So, what can we do as a country where millions go to bed hungry while tons of edible food are thrown away daily? That contradiction is what inspired this paper. Food waste happens at different levels: retail shops, restaurants, and especially households. Data from counties shows the situation clearly. In Nairobi, an average person wastes about 91 kilograms of food per year. In Kiambu, worse, 99 kilograms. In Mombasa, 80 kilograms. Even income plays a role. Higher income households waste almost twice as much food as lower income households. So this is not just about poverty, it's about behavior. And as young economists, we understand something very important. Behavior affect markets. Markets affect livelihoods, and livelihoods affect national development. Food waste is not just a moral issue, it is an economic leak. When food is wasted, households lose money, businesses lose revenue, farmers lose value for their efforts, the government loses productivity, and the environment suffers. In fact, food waste contributes significantly to greenhouse gas emissions in Kenya. When food decomposes, it produces methane, a gas that worsens climate change. So every plate of wasted rice is not just food loss, it is money lost. It is water wasted, land misused, and energy thrown away. So, what are we proposing? Our position paper focuses on practical, affordable, and realistic solutions. We are not proposing billion shilling policies. We are starting with something simple. 1. Smart food management. Planning and shopping smarter. Before going to the supermarket or market, check what you already have. Plan meals, make a list, avoid impulse buying. It sounds simple, but behavior change at scale creates economic change at scale. We also propose adopting similar to Denmark's Too Good to Go model, a platform that connects consumers to restaurants and shops selling surplus food at discounted prices. Imagine a Kenyan version of that. Restaurants in Nairobi, Kisumu, Mombasa, instead of throwing away unsold food, list it online at reduced prices. Consumers save money, businesses recover costs, and food stays out of landfills. This is a win-win-win. Secondly, we emphasize affordable food preservation. Our grandparents already practiced many of these methods: drying vegetables, fermenting milk, salting meats, proper storage. And modern households can also freeze leftovers. They can store food properly, use natural preservatives, repurpose leftovers creatively. Food preservation is not outdated, it is economically intelligent. Third, we propose structured food donation systems. In France, supermarkets are legally required to donate edible and sold food instead of destroying it. While Kenya's context is different, we can create incentives and partnerships between businesses and charities to redirect surplus food to vulnerable communities. Instead of going to waste, it goes to families in need. But beyond policies and systems, we can focus on something even deeper: mindset. There is a common attitude: if I paid for it, I can waste it. But economics teaches us about opportunity cost. If food is wasted, that money could have gone toward education, healthcare, savings, or investment. Food waste is not a private issue, it affects national productivity. We draw from behavioral theories like theory of planned behavior and the norm activation model, which show that people change behavior when they feel responsible and morally aware. So part of the solution is socialization. Teaching children from a young age: finish what you served yourself, respect the food you have, and store food properly. Food responsibility must become part of our culture. Now let's talk about the benefits. Economically, households will save money. Businesses will reduce operational losses. And surplus platforms create new economic opportunities. Environmentally, there will be reduced methane emissions, conservation of land and water resources, and also support for climate mitigation goals. More food reaches vulnerable populations and stronger community networks are built. Institutionally, better alignment with Kenya food security strategies and sustainability goals. This is not just about saving leftovers, it's about building a more efficient and equitable economy. As young economists, we believe that development is not about increasing production, it is about maximizing value. And right now, Kenya is producing value that ends up in the trash. If we fix this leak, we strengthen the entire system. So, what is our call to action? We urge the government, especially the Ministry of Agriculture and Education, to launch national awareness campaigns on food management, use digital platforms, schools, and print media to educate its citizens, partner with tech innovators to create surplus food platforms, encourage structured donation systems. But beyond government, we call on young people, our generation. We are the most digitally connected generation. We influence trends. We shape conversations. Let us make responsible consumption fashionable. Let us normalize finishing what we serve. Let us build businesses that reduce waste. In conclusion, fixing food waste is not about shame. It's about smart economics. It's about recognizing that every grain of rice carries labor, water, energy, and cost. It is ensuring that in a country where millions struggle to afford food, we do not casually discard what could nourish someone else. Nation building does not always start with grand infrastructure projects. Sometimes it starts in the kitchen. Sometimes it starts in the market. Sometimes it starts with one basket of food. And that is why we say, let us fix the nation, one food basket at a time. Thank you for listening. Acknowledgement to the team: Millicent, Mark, Moline, Emmanuel, and Samuel. Our facilitators: Stephen and Moses. The IEA Kenya, FCDO, and KESA. Thank you.